Hello, everybody, and welcome to Artcheck Round 169. And something crazy that I found out this week is that I've been doing this for 3 years. I sent a screenshot to Emily. I was like, "This is weird." And only 169 episodes. I've been in 167 of them. I did look. I was curious. But yeah, we've done 169 episodes over the course of 3 years. So absolutely crazy, which is a little bit more than 1 week a year.
Yeah.
So nuts. But anyways, let's just kind of jump right into it. Emily, what have you gotten done since our last art check?
I think I said that I would do, let me check. I think I said that I would do 2 pages. And I did do that. No, I've done 3 pages. I don't know. I spliced things up, so I'm on page 6 right now. So it's not 6 pages because one of them has nothing in it, and then another one only has 1 panel in it. But
Okay.
I did. I'll be honest, it's probably 3 pages worth of panels because it's really dense. It's like dialogue heavy. So there's just a lot to communicate there. Like, you just can't throw 7 word bubbles in a panel. You gotta spread them out. So, anyways, I got like 3 pages that I'm almost done with episode 5, which is great.
Dang, I didn't realize you were that far.
I didn't think I would get, because I was like, oh, I don't think I'll finish this episode this week, which I didn't, but I was just shooting for 2 pages, 2.5, or something like that, maybe 3. But yeah, I have 3 panels left. I have 3 panels left to do on this episode. So I will share for you the panels I can share, which is this, and then this one. Not gonna share much else from this episode. You can see that there's a ton of stuff off to the side, though. Like, you can see, I did a lot of panels here.
Yeah.
So there's that. I'm gonna hide this before I accidentally show the page I'm actually working on. And then the other thing I did this week was promos. I'm so excited because they're like full illustrations, not like panels where you gotta kind of crank them out. So I guess I'll start with the one I did first. This one. I feel like I didn't do this one this week, but I think I did.
It's the first time seeing it.
It's the first time you're seeing it, and I feel like I would have showed it to you. So I must have done it like a week ago. Because I've been at it, okay? Because I did episode 5. You saw how far I got on that.
Mm-hmm.
Last week I had finished my sketches.
Mm-hmm.
And so, anyways, in like the evenings when Tim's like playing video games, but I'm chilling in the living room instead of here, I was working on promos. So I was doing this. This is a sketch I did a really, really, really long time ago, and then I redid and colored this week. Or I might have started the sketching the week before. Anyways, did this one. This is also an old sketch, but I redid it. I took it from a horizontal to a vertical aspect ratio, and same for the next 2 that I'm going to show. But I also redid the pose just because the style has changed ever so slightly, and so I wanted it to be accurate. This one I barely touched, actually. I just did a sketch over the sketch, but nothing had really changed for the way that I draw this character, which is kind of cool. And then this one I started coloring today, so it is nowhere near like the same level of rendering. But this one was very hard. I don't know why this pose is so difficult to me. It's hard to make not feminine, I guess.
Okay, I can see that.
But and also just like the shoulders, it's like if you lift the shoulder just a little too much, because it's like tangent problems. There's a gap between the chin and the shoulder, and then like if it's too far down, then you show the chin and it makes it look longer than it should be. Anyways, if you bring the shoulder up too much, then it looks like he's like flirting or something. And so obviously not the right vibe. So anyways, I've just been working on this one today, coloring it and stuff, but I did the sketch whatever day I did the sketches for these ones. But
Okay.
yeah, I'm very happy with them. I would also like to point out I have been putting in shallow focus.
Yeah, you do have focus in there.
Yeah. Makes me happy.
Which is awesome.
Makes me happy. I've been playing with that a little bit. They make it harder in Clip Studio than it is in like Procreate. Or is it? Maybe Photoshop is easier. I don't know. I have to do like 2 separate layers and like mask the blurred one in versus the not blurred one. Anyways, that's what I did. I think that's everything. It was pretty eventful of a week for me now that I think about it, which is really exciting. So yeah, what did you do this week?
I finished my logo.
Nice.
So this is my final logo.
Nice.
Abandoned the green for a blue, and I think that the blue is a lot better.
I think, yeah. I think so too. I
was
think
gonna say, you can disagree. I'm not
I was gonna say it's smarter for people who are red green deficient.
Yeah.
Because you have magenta and green, and then the green was really, really bright on a light background. And so, I don't know, I just figured that would be helpful for people.
Oh yeah, no, I think that the blue is a way better choice. What I did was I put it into a mock-up that changed the color of the logo to a gradient from left to right, and it was blue to pink, and I was like, oh, that looks so much better than my green. And so then I just switched it to the blue one. I was like, you know what? That looks a lot better. Anyway, so I finished this, and I think it's pretty solid, honestly. Nowhere near what I thought it was going to be. At all. Yeah, it definitely changed, but I think it looks better, honestly. I'm kind of happy that I had to redo it, and like I lost my file because I don't think I would have ended up here. I think I would have ended up somewhere else. But yeah, so that's that, and I want to like stick it into a neon mock-up as well, but I already turned in for the day, but I can change mock-ups later on. So I'm just waiting to hear back on that. And then I was talking to Emily, and I realized that my senior project was great for when I was a digital and social media emphasis, but I switched back to visual.
Yeah.
And so it has to be a visual project. And I'm not making any visuals for Emily's comic. I'm not even going to try or ask to. Like, I don't want to. And I couldn't. Like, I'm nowhere near as good at that stuff as Emily is. So, anyway, so I realized that, and I was like, that's not going to be good. That's not going to look good on me when people are like, oh, what's your emphasis? And I'm like, visual. And they're going to be like, visual. And I'm like, yeah. So I kind of started to think of these other ideas, and I came up with one a while ago, and my friend wanted to do it, so I gave them permission to do it, and then they wound up not doing it. And it is an idea to create an Adobe Illustrator shortcut book. So, and I would get it actually printed for my senior project, but basically it'll have like so it'll be like a spread, and it'll be about this big, like the size of a flip book, and it'll be like, this is what the selection tool looks like, this is the shortcut for the selection tool, this is what the selection tool does, this is an example, and it'll have one of those, like one spread per every tool. And I think that's plenty of, I think that's more than 50 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that's more than 50 hours. So, and the whole book will only be orange and what color is Illustrator?
Gray.
It'll be
Dark
it'll
gray.
be it'll be orange and gray, and it'll be the dark orange and the light orange, and that'll be the whole thing.
Can I give you some input, some
Yes.
unsolicited input? You should spiral bind it.
Okay.
Because if it's a flip book and it's spiral bound, then you can open it and lay it flat and it won't close.
Oh, okay.
Like have like heavy enough covers on either side and then spiral bind so that like you can just and open it to whatever page and leave it. That's mine.
Okay.
If I'm thinking about actual like functionality,
Yeah.
something spiral bound that like is not hard to keep open.
Yeah, okay. I'll do that because I've not thought too far into printing it. I need to call Alpha Graphics and say, hey, how do you guys print something like this? How can I see if they even can print something like that? What's the smallest book size?
You could do an online place as well.
It just means that I have to get it done faster, which I'm just nervous about.
Honestly, it just means you have to get it done a few weeks earlier. You just need to plan ahead for how long, like find a place, see how long it takes, and then do it that early, you know. But it's probably only a couple of weeks that you would have to do that.
Yeah, and I'm going to be starting it like first week of school. I think I have to change my, well, I don't think I have to change my mentor because I can still do it with Eric. I was going to say it might have to be Corey, but I don't think it has to be Corey. I think I can do it with Eric still. But anyways, it'll be basically both of them helping me with it. But so that's my senior project, I think, so far. I think it'd be cool. I think that people would use it because I know that while I was being a lab assistant, I know that I would have used that. I would have like had students like read it. Like that's something that I would have used 100%. So I'm like, you know what? Maybe this is good.
I think it's smart.
Thanks. Thank you. So anyways, that's like my kind of what I worked on. It's not, you can't see it, but there was a lot of thought process into it because it was, okay, can I actually do this? How am I going to pull this off? What's going to be on all the pages and all that type of stuff.
Exactly.
So, because I'm not going to start it just yet because it's not approved, and I don't want to sink my teeth into a project, get really excited about it. It's not approved, and then I'm working on like 5 projects during the semester because I want to do it.
I'm going to give you another idea.
Okay.
I learned this from making a catalog, is you can put like tabs on the side and move them down so that when you turn it on its side, you can see that different sections have different tabs. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I'd have to figure out how to do the tabs.
Oh, I show you. It's not bad. It's where's my other one? Oh my goodness. Anyways, this one, pull these little post-it notes out. Don't need them anymore. So you can see. But there's different tabs. So this section has, wrong side, has a tab right here. And then like this section has a tab right here. And each one changes in color and goes, backwards, down a little bit further each time.
Okay, like a planner.
So if you have sections and if they're all thick enough, you can't really see it on this.
Yeah.
You see it right here. You can see the different sections are different colors or just in different orders. And it's just something printed like when it's cut, you know, that edge of the paper is green or whatever. So that's my other thing. If you're making a large book like that, booklet, you know what I mean, with a lot of pages, that's also a really good navigation tool that doesn't like, that's other than just the table of contents, you know. Helpful.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I like that. I don't know if the sections will be big enough for me to do it, but if they are, then I'll do that.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know if they'll be big enough.
Yeah.
But anyways, it'll be interesting because it'll be a lot of Illustrator over to InDesign. So
yeah, you're doing a whole thing about Illustrator, probably in InDesign.
basically, it's like, here's this book about how to use Illustrator. I made it in.
Not made there.
I think I'm just gonna do all my just lay it all my graphics, Illustrator, and then just throw them in.
I would. It depends on how you're doing it, but you should try to do as much of it, because if you're doing every single tool as a page, then you should do as much of it in InDesign parent page as possible.
Okay.
Because then you only have to switch out. You don't have to make every single thing all over again every single time. You probably have to make, you'll have to make all the icons over and over again, but I would say whatever you can get away with in InDesign, it's going to make the layout more succinct.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's something that I've never done before. I've made a book now, but this is a completely different beast than the book that I made.
It's many pages.
Yeah. It'll be interesting.
Probably around 50 pages?
I'd probably say, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm actually designing out each page. The other book that I made wasn't necessarily designed each page.
Right.
Because it was a graph and then the coordinates.
Yeah.
And a box and some words.
Yeah.
And that was my book. Which my book cover and my book covers looked great. I love my book covers. I think the book that turned out fantastic. But this is a different thing.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I just kind of wanted to be different and not do I'm gonna make my shop or I'm gonna work on my portfolio. I didn't want to do.
Right, which is kind of the default.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna, and if you're watching this and that's what you did, then that's fine. I'm not judging you.
People need to do that because they haven't done it yet.
Yeah.
Some people don't need to do that because they've already done it.
Yeah, exactly.
Such as you.
Yeah, I don't need to redo my portfolio for the third time.
No.
I already have a job. I'm good.
Yeah.
And at this point too, the thing is I already have a job, so I can just have fun.
Yeah.
And I thought about this book idea 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And I've been holding on to it. So that's kind of my thing. I think I'm just gonna have fun with it and stress about it and also do it. But
you can also part of your hours can be trying to figure out how to sell it.
Yeah.
How to make it profitable,
Mm-hmm. That could be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, make it like a Kickstarter.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Kickstarters require you to have an audience to support you, to back it in the first place. So if you don't have one going into it, then you gotta market crazy. You gotta market like crazy for a Kickstarter anyways, but
yeah.
Yeah, it's not that you can't get an audience at the beginning of your Kickstarter. It's not like you have to have one to have a successful one.
Mm-hmm.
Just more of it helps secure your victory type of a thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it'd be cool. I think it'd be cool if people actually used it and sold it. Mm-hmm. And I just think it'd be really cool. I don't know. Adobe, if a bunch of people use it and then Adobe's like, what is everybody using? And then they're like, I want to buy that from you. And then I go, great. Here you go.
Yeah. Yeah. You could also, try to sell it to somebody, sell the rights to somebody that could just buy it. And then you would make technically probably less money overall because they would have the means to continue to sell it. But it's one way to just make money faster, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be cool.
Yeah.
It'd be cool. So, anyways, challenges. What happened?
What hurts again?
No.
I'm trying to be good to myself. Yeah. It's not terrible, but I'm being I don't know. I'm taking little breaks and stuff. I'm being more responsible this time around, so I'm taking breaks all the time, and yeah, but yeah, it's right here. It's annoying.
Dang.
So, that's really my only challenge because I've had plenty of time to do stuff. So, as was evident by like way more work done than I kind of thought I would accomplish this week. So,
yeah, you got a lot done.
Yeah, like surprisingly. Yeah. Anyways, you?
The semester starts next week, and I'm trying to figure that out. So I make my little schedule in Excel or in Google Sheets.
Yeah.
And I've made my little schedule, and then I looked at it and I panicked. Because it was like oh no. Because the thing is that I've been told, oh, you bite off more than you can chew so many times. And I've gotten really good at not doing that.
Yeah.
Like my 3-week project, I think, was very evident. I'm very good at that now. I'm just in a situation where I have to bite off more than I can chew. I don't have another option. Monetarily, I just don't. And so I'm just gonna keep on keeping on. Every day I'm gonna work 1 hour on my senior project. I'm gonna work like 2 hours on the capstone class. I'm gonna have like time dedicated on Saturday to work on the capstone class, and just kind of go from there.
Yeah.
And figure it out, because I do have a religion class towards the end of the semester. It's a second block and it's completely online, so it's kind of like a whatever. I'll just get a C. Yeah. I'm just gonna turn it in.
Yeah.
Like, I'm done. I'm just gonna turn it in. But yeah, I just kind of like looked at it and I was like, oh no. And so I'm already starting to stress about next semester, and I'm trying really, really hard not to get overwhelmed.
Yeah.
So I'm really hoping to hear back from Corey soon, and I'm hoping that he says, yeah, it's approved, because I want to crank out the sketchbook in a week. And I think I can.
Yeah.
I definitely think I can. I think I have the capability to crank out a sketchbook in a week. Maybe a week and a half. But I think I can, because once the sketchbook is done, it's pretty smooth sailing if I do it right. I think the sketchbook is harder than the actual project if you do the sketchbook right. At least from what I'm hoping to do. So that, and then just, yeah, mental health, just trying to balance it all. I've got some mental health issues going on, some of that, but I'm trying to get them taken care of before the semester starts. So I'm spending more time focusing on myself and less time focusing on art.
Yeah.
So
it's understandable.
Yeah. I'm trying to prep. I don't want to get burnt out before the semester starts.
Right.
I'm just, like, I don't want to get burnt out mid-semester. Yeah, I especially don't want to get burnt out before
this semester.
Yeah. Not before this semester. And after this is my last semester of college, so I just need to not get burnt out. I'm allowed to have a burnout in December.
Yeah.
I'm allowed to be burnt out in December. But I think Artcheck's going to be really yeah. I think Artcheck's going to be really good for me next semester too, because it's like fun, but it's still art related, and it's going to be like, look at all the stuff that I've done, and I think it'll force me to look and see how productive I'm being.
Yeah.
I think that'll be really good for me to see and be like, oh, I've made so much stuff this past week. You know what I mean? Like, I was actually really productive.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah. So that. But next Artcheck.
I haven't started it, but I'm definitely going to start episode 6, which is crazy. I gotta read that episode again. I'm like, what happens there? I don't remember. I have to think about it, but I remember. But yeah, draw it, sketch it. It's funny because it takes me slightly longer than a week to finish an episode, and so the end goal keeps becoming earlier and earlier in the stage. So it was like last week I had just finished doing the sketches. Now, next week, I'm hoping to accomplish having done the sketches. That will take me, what day of the week is it? It's Tuesday?
Yeah. And we're doing it next time on Monday.
If I'm really good, it'll take me 2 days to do. So far,
Okay.
just knowing my timeline, I would like that phase to be shorter, but at the same time, that's me like figuring out all the posing, and that's kind of the hard stuff.
Mhm.
So I guess it makes sense that that's a longer process.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would like to have the sketches, both the first and the second pass done, and then let's shoot for 1 to 2 pages inked and colored. Yeah. I think I'm finally starting to figure out how long it takes for me to do stuff in a week.
Okay.
Every time I've been like 1 or 2 pages, and I always do more than that. I think this time 1 to 2 pages, I will actually be in between 1 and 2 pages. Maybe just finish 2 pages in that time. It takes me 2 days to do sketches, and then like 2 separate days to do each page. Then I'm pretty close to, the work week being over. So yeah, that's what I want to do. What about you?
I don't know. I'm in a point where I'm waiting on approvals.
Yeah.
And so that's really hard. What I need to do is that I did all of my day 1 sketches outside of my sketchbook. I did them in a different sketchbook, not the sketchbook I'm going to turn in, which isn't smart because I'm being graded on how many pages I fill in.
Just cut them out and glue them.
Just glue them on.
Do it.
Yeah, I think I might just resketch them in, but maybe I might just glue them in.
Cut them out, glue them in. Because you already did it. The whole
I did a lot.
That it's meant to be productive. So, like, if it's not productive for you to do the exact same page, then
yeah. I just didn't think about it because my brain was like, oh well, no, you fill out this. You get permission to go into the sketchbook after day 1, and I was like, duh. So you can't do day 1 in the sketchbook. No, that's not how that works. And my brain was just like, that just didn't click. It just never clicked. And then I realized it. I was like, I've done like 3 pages of sketches.
Aww.
And none of them are in my book.
Yeah.
So my book is just gonna be turned in and it's gonna be like all glued. It's gonna be little arts and crafts.
I mean, yeah, because the receptacle only matters because of the size of the receptacle.
Mm-hmm.
So if you do the same amount of work and then put it in, yeah. I feel like you might have to explain yourself, but they'd be like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
Well, why'd you do that? But okay,
Yeah. Usually one of them might watch this.
Usually one of them might. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a I'd say 75% chance.
There's definitely like there's a 75% chance that 33% of the teachers that are in that class would see it.
Yeah. Except next semester it's 50-50. So
there's only 2?
Yeah.
So there's a 75% chance that 50% of the teachers that help with that class will see this?
Yeah.
Okay.
And one of them follows this YouTube channel and follows you on Twitter. So hypothetically. No. Even if they see this and they're like, really? And I'm gonna be like, I'm just gonna apologize in advance. I didn't.
You're like, well, I did a goof, but I did the work. It was just
the work. Yeah, I did the work. The pages that I sketched on, I think, are bigger than the ones in the sketchbook. Like, I did it. I did my work. And I was like, no, I'm gonna sketch it. I'm gonna do it right, and everybody's gonna be like, wow, like you did that really fast. And I'm like, yup, I did it fast because I sketched, and no, I just didn't put it in the actual sketchbook that I'm turning in. So
You're like, yeah, it was really fast. Like in the second, and the amount of time it takes for glue to dry. These pictures appeared in my notebook.
Yeah, and the amount of time that this took was just because you've even seen the sketches. I don't know how I blanked.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, there's like 3 pages of sketches
Yeah.
at least.
Are they?
Oh, they're front and back. I can't glue.
Just, I know what to do.
Okay.
Stick a page in the notebook and then subtract a page from the other book. But you have way more explaining to do. There's ripped pages.
I'm just gonna re-sketch it.
Photocopy both sides and glue that into it. You have your copy and you have your original.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Yeah, no, it's not bad. There's at least like 3 or 4 pages of sketches, and my whole list of every company that I came up with is in the other sketchbook. I just didn't think about it. I just need to see if I have enough pages in that other sketchbook, because you're allowed to use a different sketchbook as long as it's roughly the same size, and I think it's roughly the same size. Because if I'm allowed to use it, then I'm just gonna stay in that one.
Go. Yeah.
And I'll just use this one.
Can you just submit all of it? Be like, yeah, there's 3 pages that are not done in the one I'm supposed to turn in, but here are 3 pages done in this book, and you just have like a stack that you.
Maybe. I don't know. I'd need to talk to them.
Yeah.
They're probably not going to be that picky, because they're going to be like, wow, you did it.
Because what matters is that you did it.
Exactly.
And honestly, the sides, they are like, you have to fill this book because we can control how many pages are in this book.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As opposed to fill a sketchbook.
I don't know how many pages are in this. I think there's 60.
It looks so thin for 60. You're talking about like front back is 2?
No. Maybe
so
it's only
60
30
individual pieces of paper?
Yeah.
I feel like that looks really small for that.
That's going to be very entertaining for everybody. Okay, that's 15.
Is it thin? Paper?
26, 27, 28, 29, 30. There's 30, which is where I got 60 from.
Yeah, okay.
Because it's
like 60 individual slices of paper.
Yeah, so I got 60 because I went 1, 2. Yeah, I thought 60 as well. I was like, 60? Like, this looks too big for 30, but too thin for 60, so I don't know. So this is 30.
Yeah.
My other sketchbook should have 30 pages in it. I'm going to look. Oh, you'll get a text update later tonight of I need to redraw these sketches, or it works. But anyways, that's, I don't even remember what I said I was going to do in the next art check. To figure out my sketchbook.
It was complicated because you're.
Oh yeah, because I don't have approval. So, honestly, no. The thing is that I want to say that I'm just going to go ahead and do it, but that's a really, really bad idea. And so.
I mean, maybe you'll get word back in a week. What is your goal if you do get approved this week?
To finish the sketchbook.
Okay. Sounds
cool. So I might just start it. It's not like a logo project isn't going to get approved. It's just on my day 1 I might not be approved.
Okay.
So, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But anyways, so my goal, hypothetically, tentatively, is I'm going to finish a 30-page sketchbook.
Nice.
30 pages of sketching. So, anyways, that is everything. Emily and I decided that we were going to be able to be a little bit more chatty today without doing a topic.
Yeah.
So that's why there's actually been like more discussion and not just like do.
Yeah.
And then I thought of a really cool topic that we might be able to do where Emily can talk about her comic a lot. And Emily's like, I'm in. Yeah, Emily and I were talking, and I think we came up with doing maybe like one topic a month and keeping the rest to short little check-ins, no longer than somewhere between 15 to 30 minutes. It just makes it easier. It's a little bit stressful having to prepare for 1 to 2 topics a week. Because we want to come in with stuff.
Things to say, you know.
What'd you say?
Sometimes you just don't have as many things to say.
Yeah, and it'll be nice because we already have kind of a backlog of I'll just send random topics in there. We have like a whole Discord set up. So we'll probably do like one topic a month, and we'll try and make it consistent, like, the second week of the month or like something like that. But you'll see that this is on a Tuesday. Our day is still Monday at 6. This was done at Tuesday on 6 because yesterday was a holiday. And if you want to find my stuff and find out when we go live, go to @thecomeback_KLD on Twitter. That is a mix between my personal Twitter and art Twitter. And I have actually posted some of my logo drafts, I think, to Twitter, which is saying something. I don't post art on social media. So if you want to see it, I've gotten a lot more comfortable with Twitter. And so go check it out on there. And then if you want to find Emily, go to @Gumnelly on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and gumnelly.com. That's what I missed.
What is? I realized I hadn't actually been paying attention. I was just hearing the words.
You're like, I've heard this a million times.
And then I was like, wait.
Go to gumnelly.com. You'll be able to find her stuff. And if you're like, wait, but Emily's talking about this comic. What do you mean? What is this comic? I haven't heard anything about it. Well, one, go watch the other Artcheck episodes because we've been talking for this about like at least probably 60 episodes. And two, actually, I don't think you announced it. I think you probably announced it like 30 episodes ago.
I've been working on it for like a year and a half.
Yes.
So
it's been in the works, but it never was announced.
Probably openly working on it for like a year, but that might have been like scripts and boring stuff. So
yeah. And you know what? If you want to go find her comic, she has an episode out right now. It's called Seeing Red. And
on Webtoon Campus.
Yes, on Webtoons.
Yeah.
And this episode is going to be taken down when the first 3 episodes come out. And so you should go read it because this is your only chance to go read it. It's never going to see the light of day ever again. And it's a really, really great introduction to the characters, this world, all that type of stuff. It's a nice little non-canonical episode. And she entered it in a competition, and she's already got a bunch of subscribers, so go check her out on there, subscribe. It's still Gumnelly on there. So I should start throwing that in there.
Find me as a creator as on Webtoon as Gumnelly as well.
Okay, cool.
You can follow creators now on Webtoon. Also, I will be on Artcasters this week. Thursday, 10 o'clock Mountain Time. Don't know when that is for other people. And I confess I don't know what channel I'm going to be on. Corey asked me to do it, so maybe I'll be on his. I don't know. It might be better for you to go follow Artcaster dudes to find out what channel it is because I'm just getting tagged along.
Artcaster dudes.
Yeah, go follow Scott or Corey or Josh.
Yeah, so that means that you should go follow Scott Circlin, Corey Kerr, and Joshua Kemble.
Yeah.
And you should go follow all of them anyway because they're awesome, and they're the ones who did Artcheck in the first place that got us started on here. So you should go check out Artcasters, 10 o'clock Mountain Time, Thursday night. Go see Emily on it. It'll be awesome. I'm probably going to try and be in the chats. So
I'm going to be plugging pretty hardcore. I don't know if they're ready for this, but I'm going to be talking about my comic because that's all I draw. So if you want to know more about it or see more artwork, then yeah, go watch Artcasters this week.
Yeah, go see Artcasters. It's about learning how to draw, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, so it's about drawing. So you really should go check it out because Emily is an awesome
Awesome.
Yeah, awesome. Emily is an awesome illustrator.
Yeah.
I was going
You
to say
put the T in the right
illustrationist.
word that time.
I got there. Words are not my first. They're not my
Words
first.
are not
They're
your
my
first
strong suit.
language.
Graphic design is my first language. I make stuff look pretty. This is a complete side tangent, but at work, everybody's like, "Oh yeah, do the copy," and I'm like, "You don't want me doing the copy." I'm like,
I had to do copy so much in my last job, and I don't know why. I don't know why having me do copy was ever like not a motivator to hire a copywriter. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Because even if I did it right, I still made everybody read it 7 times. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I've just started to tell them like I can't do copy.
Yeah, like
I can't.
I basically would always like start with, I know I did something wrong, I just don't know what, and so I'm going to make everybody look at it. I know that I am bad at copy, and so I'm not going to mess this up by me thinking I did a good job.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I made everybody read and proofread. Yeah.
Yeah. Our digital marketing, everybody else in the office is really good at copy, except for me. And I've just told them like, you don't want me to do it. It's not going to be good.
Yeah. There's like only a couple styles that I can write in.
Yeah.
And I will mess up the spelling. Like I make multiple people read the same thing if it really matters, you know. Yeah.
Illustrator, Adobe needs to like partner with Grammarly.
They have a spell check in it. It's just not great.
It's not good.
Yeah. It just checks dictionary. It just compares your copy to the dictionary, which is fine, but doesn't help at all with grammar.
And it doesn't correct me at all because I still spelled word wrong.
Oh, yeah. It doesn't do it for you. You have to run it. So if you don't know if it exists, then there's basically no spell check in there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't check things for you.
Yeah.
Because I know graphic designers are all artistic and want to break up words that aren't without a hyphen or, you know, change out the A into a V and, you know, like that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. So they just hide that tool.
They're just like, don't. It's fine.
They're like, we know you spell things bad on purpose because it looks prettier sometimes. So
we're just going to be okay with it.
This is an optional thing.
Mm-hmm. But I don't remember what got us on that topic, but
I don't know.
I don't do copy. Words are not my thing.
This was meant to be the outro?
Yeah, this was meant to be the outro. Anyway, so Outcasters at 10 p.m. On Thursday, which is 2 nights from now.
Yeah.
And that's 10 p.m. Mountain Time, which means it's 9 p.m. Central Time.
Yeah.
And
2
8 p.m.
hours
Eastern
earlier.
Time.
Yeah.
And I don't know about the West
later.
Coast. No.
I think it's later. It's later.
No, we're later.
It's later in the East Coast.
What's not?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, because like
on the east.
On the other side, we're as west as it goes almost.
No, on the East Coast right now. Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, no, I was like, I swear. No, I hang out with friends.
It's 6:48 for us right now, and it's 8:48 for them. Oh, so it's midnight on the East Coast.
Yeah, it's later on the East Coast. Yeah, I know this only because I have friends that I hang out with in New Jersey, and they're always like, yeah, we got to turn in. I'm like, oh, yeah, it's 1 over there. Oh, gosh.
Yeah. Okay, ignore what I just said. It's 10 p.m. our time, 11 p.m. in Central Time, midnight East Coast, and I don't know exactly what it is on the West Coast.
If you're in California, it's an hour earlier than 10. It's at 9.
It's at 9. Math, guys.
I know that.
Look it up.
Friends in California.
Yeah. Look it up if you want to know what time it's at in your area. Don't trust us.
Please.
Don't trust us. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and we will see you all on Monday.